So do you remember that I actually passed a funded account, or I was trying to pass a funded account for $300,000 back with Ola Prime? Well, in this specific video, I want to share with you the journey because I already passed the first step and I already started the second step. And in this specific video, like I said, I just want to give you like the first journey of the first phase. We're going to learn something else together right now, especially because I'm going to like share with you the strategy that I'm using in order to pass these funded accounts. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey everyone, Christian here on YouTube. Welcome to a brand new video for the channel. Today, I'm going to share with you how I passed my $300,000 funded account. So let's go ahead and do that. And go ahead and smash the like button as usual in order to support this YouTube channel and be subscribed for more content just like this one. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so first of all, what's the best prop firm, for you guys to actually make money with Forex specifically? It would be this one right here called Ola Prime. Ola Prime is basically an actual funded account company or a prop firm that you can actually buy a challenge and make money with it. They have different challenges such as the Pro Challenge, the Prime, and also the Direct account, which is an actual instant account that you don't have to pass through any challenge. You can just go ahead and buy one, a direct account literally right here, and you can choose up to $100,000. Once you actually purchase this account, basically you won't have to pass any challenge at all. You will be given already the funded account. You can start with as low as $5,000, which it would be what, $161, and you can whatever amount of money that you're able to make, you're gonna actually you're gonna be able to withdraw that money. The only thing that is worth to know is that maximum daily stop loss will be 3% and the maximum drawdown overall will be 5%. Other than that, you're good to go. So yeah, these are the accounts of the best prop firm out there. I'm gonna have the link to it in the description of this video. And by any chance you want to get a discount, you can use the promo code BLW15 and you'll get a 15% off. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what is it that happened during my journey over here on my $300,000 account. So this account, I want to say up front that I actually attached it to a copy trading service from Traders Connect. That's the name of the actual website. I'm not 100% happy with them, to be honest, but that's the one that I'm currently using. And the reason why I'm using it is because I'm actually trading with liquid charts, directly. And then I actually copied all these trades into my Ola Prime account. Why is it that I do it? It's basically because I have several accounts. I have an IC Markets account, I have an XM account, I have an Ola Prime account, and I have my liquid charts account. I have several accounts and I could do the exact same thing on every single one. I don't know. I like the sound of the trades over there in liquid charts. But the trades are basically the same on every single platform. And so when I started, take a look at the drawdown that I actually had. I started right here, $300,000 right there. And then the second day, this was April 21st is when I started. April 22nd, I drilled all the way down to $288,000. I lost $12,000 in one day. What happened? Well, what happened was that since I'm trading with liquid charts, I actually have a risk management of 5 to 10% per trade. That's just the way I trade. I'm not saying you're supposed to do that, but that's the way I trade. And since I was risking much, the settings over there on Traders Connect was messed up. So I ended up risking more than I had to risk. And therefore, I ended up losing $12,000. I had to fix the settings and so on. And this is exactly what ended up happening afterwards. Right here, as you can see, from the 23rd, I didn't trade. And the 24th, I was able to make around $4,000 and recover. Then I had a few days where everything went wrong. Markets, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with what's been going on with US 30 and NASDAQ during the last few weeks, especially whole April was a mess. And so here we are, April 26th, I traded up until April the 30th. And I lost like $500 or so, something like that. Then May the 1st, $284,000. Remember that my actual total loss account would be $276,000. So I still had over or like $8,000 in order to risk. But then I started to actually find some better entries over there in NASDAQ and US 30. And as you can see, we jumped to $291,000 and then we jumped to 292. We had a little drawdown again and we had a little drawdown one more time. But here's the actual day, May the 12th. We had a huge trade of 26 $288,000. So from $288,000, I jumped right here. I closed the trade. By the way, I opened it on May 11th and I closed it up until May 14th. 3 days the trade actually took. Why did I didn't close it? Because I was doing trailing stop. I moved my take profit. The price continued to move until my target, so I moved the stop loss and so on. I decided to close it at $26,000 simply because I don't know. That's what I felt like it was the right thing to do. I was happy with my results. May 14, there you go. May 12 actually was the trade that I placed. So that's the date that it actually shows. It was at $27,220 in profits. That was just insane. Then we have a lot of trades because I do scalp pretty much. And take a look at my last position, because then we had some numbers here and there, small profits, small losses, and so on. But then the next trade actually took me from $312,000 all the way to $323,000. I had a trade that was for $18,000. It took 4 hours for me to actually make that profit. What can I say? It was just a perfect trade. Okay, let's see. I started on April 22nd and I passed it on May the 21st. So it took me within a month to actually pass this funded account. Was I risking what I supposed to risk? Absolutely not. Because look, I was actually trying to risk at least a 1% per trade, which would be what, like $3,000 per trade, targeting at least a 1 to 2, which was either $3,000 or $6,000 a day. I would have passed it faster. But like I said, I have my accounts connected one to the other. And in the end, if I'm risking too much, I don't want to lose that account. I'd rather, like, for instance, last month, I was able to make over $28,000 on this account out of a $500 deposit that I had. You can see my journey on different videos, but I prefer to actually go slowly. I make profits from here anyways. That's the reason why it took me a whole month. But as you can see, I totally passed it. That was just insane. Now, for those of you wondering what's the strategy that I'm currently using, is basically this one right here, which is a breakout strategy. This is a signal that I sent yesterday. And yesterday I actually mentioned pretty simple. Here's the 1 to 5. So what I do is that I actually have some support and resistance levels, literally right here, and say, hey, if the price actually breaks above, then there's going to be a buy option. If it breaks below, there's going to be a sell option. This was on Friday, by the way. And so all you have to do is pretty much enter whenever when the New York market opens, and enter at the direction that I mentioned. And as you can see right here, it took longer than usual. I actually closed at 1 to 1.5 pretty much when like my personal trade. But as you can see, it actually continued into that direction. It even retested one more time the actual target. It reached a 4 to 1 within a couple of hours. And then this morning, because the market actually closed, but this morning the price actually opened up pretty bullish. And this is the actual final result of the trade. This is the easiest strategy that I've ever used in my entire life, like ever. This is the easiest. And I've actually like taught you this specific strategy. I even sent these trades today. You can win them all. So today it actually started to jump a little bit, but then it retracted and so on. There was another sell position that I told him to cancel. But yeah, this is the actual strategy that I've been using. And this is the strategy that I'm going to continue using like pretty much every single day. I actually trade every single morning. New York market opens, which would be what, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 13:30 GMT. And yeah, this is the actual strategy that I'm using. Now, risk management is actually super, super important. Why is that? Because look, it's definitely not the same entering this trade with this stop loss, because if you actually end up winning, let's say that you risk, I don't know, $1,000, then you made $1,500. It's definitely not the same that entering this trade. If you risked $1,000, you would have made $5,000. There's a huge difference in here. Why is it that I use this type of small take profit stop loss? Look, when you're actually trading with this strategy, you got two options. You either win the trade or you lose the trade within 2 hours or 2 to 4 hours maximum. There's most of the times I actually close my trades. My local time is 7:30, New York market opens. So I usually close my trades by 7:40 or 7:50. There's very rare cases when I'm still trading at when it's 8 a.m. Like less than half hour is what it takes for me to actually close my trades. Like bottom line. And why is that? It's because I'm trading near market opens. I'm not trading normally, like what's the movement of the entire day. I don't care about the movement of the entire day. All I care about is the movement within the first hour. And so risk management is super important. What I recommend you to do if you're gonna trade like this is just make sure that you're gonna put the stop loss right below or above, depending on the direction of the actual resistance or support area, giving it a little gap so that even if it retests, it's not gonna come down. Because look, if it actually comes down to this and touches the stop loss, it wasn't gonna go in my direction anyway. So it's okay to just accept the loss. But it came and retest the level and then it started to jump one more time. So if my stop loss would have been all the way over here, it wouldn't make any sense. It's just like gambling to me. But if you're gonna be trading like this, I recommend you that this stop loss that you put in right there, it's no more than 2%, especially if you're gonna be trading with an actual funded account. I would even stick to 1% per day because you're gonna place 1 or 2 trades a day. So if your drawdown is 3 to 5% per day, it's nearly impossible that you're actually gonna hit that drawdown that same day. So if you actually risk, let's say 1%, you're gonna be placing 1 trade a day. Even if you lose 4 days in a row, you're still 4%. I don't think that's gonna happen though, but that's what I mean, you know? And if you actually, let's say that you risk 1%, you're able to close the trade at 3 to 1, that's actually a 3% balanced profit. If you can do that 3 days in a week, that's 9% balanced profit. You can actually pass a funded account within 1 or 2 weeks by doing this. Obviously, if you win these positions, you can win them all, that's for sure. But it's something that you should know. Risk management is super important, and this is the way that I actually do it. Now, if by any chance you want to trade directly live with me, I do have a trading room where I actually share my trades on a daily basis. So basically what I do is that I actually do my analysis just like the way I did it right here. And then I actually send the screenshot and send the entry point, the stop loss and the take profit that I'm going to be using. And I send it to you guys on Telegram so that you can actually enter the same trade or something similar. You don't have to actually do this as long as you understand the strategy, but if by any chance you want to trade live with me, then you can do so. I'm gonna have the link to it in the description of this video, but it's basically blwsignalsgroup.com. That's my actual website, and that's where you can actually join and pretty much join my private Telegram channel where I'm gonna trade every single day. That's the invitation of today. Hey, so hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video, and if you did, go ahead and smash the like button, support this YouTube channel, and more importantly, if you have any questions or comments to share, you're gonna put them in the comment section. I'll be glad to take a look at those comments as soon as possible. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.